What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Smartphone World. Okay, I found out some pretty cool things today and some more Apple news. Well, I haven't really talked about Apple in a little while, and I might as well tell you about this. Turns out that Apple is not too confident in how many iPhone 5s they're going to sell in the first quarter of 2013, and they cut their component orders in half. Seriously, don't get on how people don't see this as bad news for Apple. They still are saying, oh, well, no, they're just like tightening up. Tightening up? Has Apple ever tightened up like that before? No, they've always been in like back order, and they have to try to figure out ways to pump out more of these. But it turns out they literally cut it in half, and they don't think they're going to be selling as many iPhone 5s as they did in previous years for like the iPhone 4S or whatever. I don't know. I mean, with their stock prices all the way down the way they are, and sales going down, their fan base is actually switching over to Android in droves. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Enough of Apple. On a good news, Samsung celebrated, selling 100 million Galaxy devices. The S series. That's pretty insane. Over 100 million. Yeah. 40 million of those was just the Galaxy S3. Considering it hasn't even been out a year, that's a pretty high number, don't you guys think? And more Samsung news. Well, in the Galaxy S4 that is coming out, we should know some more information soon. This is supposedly very confirmed that it will have a 4.99-inch display. The display will be a 440 ppi pixel density. So it will be true 1080p. It will also be Super AMOLED, which is definitely new to the smartphone world, because considering that all the high, full HD PPI smartphones that are coming out with these big displays, they all have been Super LCD. Well, this will be Super AMOLED, and we'll have to check out how it looks. It's supposed to be using a lot less power, being an AMOLED. So we'll see. I mean, that could be really, really cool. Okay, now the real reason why I am having this episode today is because of HTC. And it is about the HTC One L and the HTC, maybe it's going to be called the One Legend 5, the Legend 5, the One L 5. I don't know. It's supposedly two separate phones. Let's talk about the One L first of all. Well, if that's what it looks like, it's pretty cool. Although I'm definitely thinking that it's just a strictly concept picture right here, saying that it's going to have a 1.7 gigahertz quad-core processor, 4.7-inch True HD display, 2 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, 8 megapixel rear camera, and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera that's probably going to be like the Droid DNA camera, Beats Audio, 4.1 Jelly Bean, and Sense 4.5. Now, kind of like the One X Plus, huh? 64 gigs of internal memory, 4.7-inch display, 1.7 gigahertz quad core. Sounds like the One X Plus to me. Yeah, it's got 2 gigs of RAM. Anything new on that one? Coming with Jelly Bean? It's not so new. Alright, well, but what about the other one? The Legend 5. This is the one that I'm interested in, only because I'm in the United States, and I'm assuming that this one's going to come to the US. It is a 5-inch full HD LCD3, the Super LCD3 display that we see in the Droid DNA HTC Butterfly J. Alright, what else? has the Tegra 4 processor sound in it. You know, the one with the 72 cores, the graphic cores. That's pretty cool. With a Super LCD 3 display and the Tegra 4 processor with that kind of graphic processing, and they're saying that it's going to be a 1.9 gigahertz quad core, that sounds pretty cool. But to top it off, they're also saying that it's going to have a 4,000 mAh battery. 4,000 mAh battery. That has to be a rumor, guys. This is HTC we're talking about, right? 4,000 mAh battery? Alright, well, listen, if I'm wrong, that will be awesome. I will truly welcome and accept a 4,000 mAh battery in this HTC Beast. Why am I calling it a beast? Because the specifications do not even end there. A 13 megapixel camera for your rear main camera. That I've been hearing a lot from many different companies. 13 or 12 megapixel camera is starting to sound like the official rumor for all smartphones. Now, the front-facing camera is the big deal to me. The front-facing camera is a 2.9 megapixel full HD capture with wide angle lens. Guys, that's insane. And it's going to be running on HTC Sense 5.0 with Jelly Bean 4.2.1. Now, this sounds like a Mobile World Congress smartphone. This sounds like the beast that will be coming out, that they're going to be displaying. And that is probably why the Droid DNA is strictly Verizon. The HTC J Butterfly is just in Asia right now and popping up in just a couple of other spots. But they're probably getting ready for this one. And if that's what it looks like, that's crazy. But again, that's probably just a concept picture that you're seeing popped up right behind me. But this sounds like a really great smartphone, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the beast that's going to be going up against the Galaxy S4. Because remember, if the Galaxy S4 is coming with that Octa, okay, the Octa sounds great because it's an 8-core, but I'm finding out a couple other pieces of information that makes it sound like a little less of a chip and more of a, I don't know, guys. I mean, I hope that it's just talk. You know, it has 4 and 4 cores. You know, one is a higher range, one is a lower range set of cores. Together, when they work together, it supposedly works great. It's a low power processing chip. I will get to that in another episode, but today I'm talking about the HTC One L and Legend 5. The Legend 5 sounds like it's going to be a beast. And if it's running the way that this is portraying right here, then we're going to have a really great smartphone. And HTC is going to steal the show again, right next to Galaxy S4. So those are going to be the two big ones that I'm going to be looking for during the Mobile World Congress at the end of next month. Okay, well, to finish off today's episode, the Oppo Find 5 goes on pre-order in China. Again, China's getting a lot of these smartphones, and I'd really love to see, you know, when we're going to get to see the Oppo Find 5, because this is definitely a beautiful smartphone. I mean, it's being listed at $29.98 Chinese yuan, and it's about $480 US. If you wanted the higher 32 gig version, it's about $570. I hope it comes out to the rest of the world. We'll have to wait and see. Till then, that was another episode of Smartphone World. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please share these episodes with your friends. Click like, subscribe, visit my Facebook fan page, follow me on Twitter. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.